Well, a happy winter's morning to you all, and welcome to Taupo. Now this is a trail that I've been wanting to show you guys for quite a while now, and I've finally got myself down here, and it's going to be a lot of fun because I did it a couple of years ago with some mates and I really enjoyed it. So it's about time the rest of the world saw how much fun it is, and there's another reason why I'm quite excited to be here today, and that is because of this bike behind me. Yes, it's not the Trance. This is a 2018 Banshee Spitfire. So this isn't going to be a hardcore review about this bike because it's been around for a little while already. And it's mainly just to give you my overview of a bike of this caliber, and also to showcase the Lake Taupo's trails. So let's go jump on and go and have some fun. So welcome to the first part of the Great Lake Trail, and we have started at the Whangamata Rd end. Now this trail is a two-way trail. You can come from Kinloch through, or you can start at the end that we did. This is the most fun way, I believe. So we're on a Banshee Spitfire, and it's a little bit of a different bike compared to what I'm used to as far as riding position goes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it performs over this trail. Now this will in no way explore the potential of this bike, and I'm not the rider that would push the limits of this bike anyway, so it's a very well-rounded bike that can pretty much tackle anything, and I don't think I'll be pushing the limits of it at all today. But let's just hang back, enjoy the scenery. It's a nice long ride. Now I'll talk about the bike a little bit more later on the journey, and just let you know what I discover along the way. So just to give you a quick heads up of the spec of this bike. Now this is the 2018 race build spec, and it has the 160 Rockshox Pike RC up front and a Monarch RT rear shock. You'll have to forgive me if I get the spec wrong. I've had a brief look at the spec sheet before getting on the thing today. I'll leave a link in the video description below to Banshee New Zealand's website, and you can check that spec out for yourself. It's all aluminium frame, but it still feels ridiculously light. So they've done some good work in keeping the weight down on it. There's one other thing that I'm really excited about on this bike, and that is the Halo hubs. Now I've had a quick listen to them, and they just sound awesome. Now these hubs have 120 points of engagement, which is insane, and I'm used to something like 32, I believe. And later on, when we start going downhill, you will hear just how awesome they sound. So sit back and just enjoy the scenery with me. Okay, the first leg of this trail is about 8.7 kilometres, or around 9 kilometres, and this will take us down to Kawakawa Bay. We'll stop there for a little bit of morning tea and a stretch of the legs and a bit of a look at the scenery. do have to be aware of oncoming traffic. People may have started this trail in Kinloch, so we just need to keep eyes ahead on the trail and not go balls out down on the downhill stuff. Now the trail is a little overgrown, being the middle of winter. There hasn't been much maintenance, but I'm assured that it's going to be trimmed very, very soon and be nice and clear, ready for the summer season. Sounds so good. So while we're doing a bit of uphill climbing, it's worth noting that this is the SRAM GX componentry on the back, and it's an 11x50, so it's the GX Eagle, and it's the first time I've ridden a cog at the back that size, so I'm pretty sure it's going to come in handy after the Kawakawa Bay stop when we do our climb. So just past the halfway point to Kawakawa Bay, now 5 kilometers in. Now you might be thinking that the bike looks a little stiff underneath me, and I am running it a bit harder in the suspension than I would on my bike, and that's because I know this is a relatively smooth flowing trail with only a few bumps in it. So I decided to keep the suspension reasonably firm, but I can always let a bit out if I find it is too firm, but so far seems to be riding quite nicely. Oh shit. Okay, more Port Gully. Okay, one thing I have already noticed about this bike, apart from the beautiful sound of those hubs, is that 120 points of engagement, there is absolutely no slack in the take up when you pedal. It's always there, it's always biting, it's always ready for you.
There's no clunking from the cranks as you put in your maximum effort. It's just transferring that power straight to the drivetrain. Yes. Now we're on the downhill stretch to Kawakawa Bay. Now in the summertime this runs quite quick and it's a whole lot of fun. Now I'm just a little bit tentative. Don't really want to stack this bike. I was told if I crash it I own it, and I don't think the wife would be too pleased to come home with a mangled wreck of a bike. So I'm going to go fast where I can and just use a little bit of caution. I do believe I said downhill run into Kawakawa Bay, right? See the lake. We're pretty close. Now we're right on the edge of the lake. The shore is about 10 meters away from me. So we're at Kawakawa Bay.
So here we are at the very serene Kawakawa Bay, and this is the end of the Orakau leg of the Great Lake Trail. And we've done around about 9-10 kilometers or so, and we've come down to this beautiful, ridiculously quiet location. In the summertime there is boats parked up here sometimes 3 or 4 join together, and they have parties, and people come here just to get away from normal lifestyle, and it really is just a magic place. So my brief encounter of the Spitfire, how has it gone so far? Well, it's a playful little bike. I've felt that already just in that small descent coming down. Seems to be quite short chain stays at the back here. It's quite easy to lift the front wheel and flick the bike around. I'm not a big mover of the bike underneath me, but I can feel that for someone with some skill, not me, could really have a lot of fun with this bike. For me, the sound of those hubs is just something else. I'll say it probably a few more times on this journey. They are really, really cool, and it's something that I would consider as an upgrade for my next bike, or for my current bike. Yeah, they just are really, really cool. The fact that you don't have any slack when you engage the cranks. When you press down on the pedals, they engage straight away, and that's the whole thing about them, obviously. Yeah, just fabulous. Do have to make special mention of the saddle. I'm not sure of the brand, and I will put that in the specs, but it is super comfortable, and that's another upgrade that I do over the rigid plastic one that I have. That is really comfy, and it'd be great for long trail rides. The SRAM GX, well, we're really going to test that out on the next leg of the journey. The K to K part of the journey starts here, and there's a point over on the left hand side of your screen. You see we've got to climb up there and over that hill. So it's really going to put the that big cassette to the test. So far it's been a real comfortable bike, really easy bike to ride, really enjoying it. I wish I could have it for another weekend, just to go play on some jump trails and stuff like that. So this will conclude this video, and join me on the next one where I tackle that hill and get up, get over and shoot down the other side into the small lakeside town of Kinloch. So check out the video description below. That will give you the specs for this bike and the link to the Banshee New Zealand website. So until the next episode, I'll see you later.